Thank you, Mr. Chair. I yield back.
Thank you, Senator Kane. Senator Budd, please.
Thank you, Chairman, and good morning, gentlemen. Director Gerten, assuming for a moment that China intends to invade Taiwan in 2027, this may be the last year to initiate buys on critical capabilities that could make the difference in deterring or denying an amphibious assault across the Taiwan Strait. So where do you think the Navy can and should assume risk in its acquisition process to field these systems more rapidly? Or are there ways to move faster while still buying down the risk?
Senator, I'm a particularly big fan of using some of the things I've been successful with in projects that I've worked on and led in the past, things like open architectures and using modularity to focus the efforts necessary for delivering capability and making sure it works excellently, and then integrating it into other things that are also used. And as we do that more and more throughout the force and fleet, we'll be able to upgrade and improve those systems as more of a matter of course instead of something that's extraordinarily different. So using those kinds of engineering tools in order to put those capabilities out where they can be as quickly as possible is something I'm particularly interested in.
Yeah, thank you for that. The Navy's making, and continue on with you, the Navy is making historic investments in munitions in the industrial base, but we're still overly reliant on single production lines for some of the most critical capabilities. And there's a lot of risk in that. So if confirmed, what will you do to increase the capacity and resilience across our industrial base?
So, Senator, that's another great topic of mine. Thank you for both of these questions. One of the things that I want to make sure we do more effectively is to use competition to improve outcomes and also to be able to produce things with different vendors. The best way to do that is to more rigorously apply the government's rules on intellectual property so we could share the necessary pieces while preserving industry's ability to innovate and secure their golden tickets, if you will, but also to use the information coming out of where the government has invested its money so we can get more vendors into the game of building munitions specifically.
Very good. Thank you. Mr. Kane, Fort Bragg currently has a waiting list of more than 800 families for child care. We need more child development centers. We know that, but they take time to build. So if confirmed, what would you do in the short term to reduce the strain on military families?
Thank you, Senator. That certainly, I can tell you, is an issue dear to my heart as a small business owner that plays just as importantly. I think the department has been doing a good job of late, and I would expand upon this. They've tried to think outside the box with child care, not lowering the standards that we expect of our child care centers, but working with the states, either spending money, giving money to the states to work with their, to work with the facilities within the state to meet our standards. I also think that there are other issues such as emergency backup care that could also play an important role for some of our military families, especially while PCSing or exceptional family members. So there are a number of things that I would look forward to working on if confirmed.
We appreciate that and look forward to your effort in that.
Senator Rosen, please.
Well, thank you, Chairman Reed. I appreciate you having this hearing. I want to thank the nominees for testifying today.